Hey everybody. So I had planned to do a live stream with a guest today, but we did have some technical difficulties, which, hey, it happens, understandable. So we rescheduled. I do have one set up for tomorrow and setting one up Friday, hopefully. And I'm really just trying this out, trying to figure out a format, trying to figure out how I want to put the show out there. Most of the things you've been seeing, uh, I've created myself on different websites. Most of these websites offer your free services. Um, some of them do have a premium upgrade, which some of them I would recommend, like the one I'm using now for StreamYard. It's that's a really good one. It lets me stream up to 5 different places at the same time. So right now, as I'm talking, I'm streaming to my Facebook page, my Facebook group, Periscope, YouTube Live, and hopefully at some point I'll be able to do LinkedIn Live. I do have a little bit more of a following there, but I'm trying to build myself up everywhere else. So what I wanted to talk about today, or this evening, excuse me, was goals. One of my goals when doing this was just trying to find an avenue to express myself more openly. Um, I was used to blogging, and not that blogging doesn't have its place. I just think using video and live video, doing stuff like this, has a little bit more impact. I've been used to writing blogs. It was a lot easier because I could just sit down, think through thoughts. If I didn't like something, I could go back and re-edit it. If I didn't like the idea altogether, I just scrapped it. So, but here, when you're going live, you're committing yourself to being in front of people, regardless. So it's something I'm trying to learn to get myself a little bit more accustomed to and a little bit more polished. Um, I've had the support of a whole lot of people. Uh, a whole lot of people have reached out, giving me ideas, giving me tips, giving me all kinds of encouragement. I do enjoy this. It's something I'm getting used to, and it's actually becoming a little bit more enjoyable. Um, but my goal, like I said, when I first started this, was there really was no goal. There was no ends to mean. So I didn't have anything quite set up, and I spoke with Brandon Berkmeyer, who is a podcasting coach, and he gave me a lot of good ideas. We had a nice little conversation, and he kind of put it into perspective and the ways that I could actually use this platform as a tool. There's so many people out there doing it now, and it just continues to grow. People have they're more apt to consume more content, more video content. Just look on Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu. Just see how many original shows and original, uh, movies, stuff that they make themselves. Amazon does it as well. There's just so much out there to be created, and there's it's offered all kind of opportunities to like struggling screenwriters, writers, and producers, directors, actors, and I believe having a being able to do something like podcasting is just another way to express your voice. It's almost like a video blog, except you might be able to get people who are like-minded or share a lot of your ideas and stuff like that, which hopefully that's the objective. That's why I call this one Made from Scratch, because when you're a creative person and you come up with an idea to say, write a book, write a movie, write a story, create a painting, create a poem, um, everything starts from up here. Everything's just an idea, a vision. It starts from scratch, almost like a good recipe. So I liked when it came to my mind. I said, you know what? That's it. That's what I would call it. And I'm planning on making this a regular deal. I don't know if I'll be able to do it every day. I would love to. But one thing that when I spoke to Brandon, he told me it's time consuming, and I'm finding that out. It really is. You really got to do your work. You really got to do a lot of due diligence. And I really want to take this seriously. So, whenever I go into creating an episode, I make an intro, an outro myself. I try to come up with content, an idea for each individual show, trying to book guests. So I'm slowly but surely bringing people along to help me. Um, my daughter's one of them. She wants to learn the technical aspect of doing all this, so I'm going to make her my technical producer. She'll learn as I learn. Um, I wish she could be doing it now, but she's under the weather. But we'll have other chances. But this to me is just another form of me being able to be creative. Uh, Again, I'm writing a book. Actually, I'm writing a couple books. I want to revisit going back to screenwriting. That was fun for a while. I did it for a very long time ago. And, who knows where else this could lead to. Oh, that's my daughter. She's interrupting, but I'm live. Um, there's just so many different ways. My, one of the best things that I've realized is, I got people commenting. My cousin's there. Hey, Lena. Also got my aunt here. Hi, Tia. Thank you for watching. But that's one of the cool things about doing all this is, who knows where it could lead, if it'll lead to anything. Like I said, I just wanted to go out there and put myself out there and see what I could accomplish. I'd always been fearful about taking a leap like this. I was always self-conscious about talking and doing these sort of things. And hopefully I can get a little bit more, learn a little bit more each time that I do this. And I'm pretty sure I will. Also working on doing I want to do a regular podcast on a different subject. Doing that I wanted to do that with a co-host, so I'm trying to put all that together as well. The sky's the limit. All I really got to do is just put in the work, put in the time, put in the effort, and just see where it'll lead me. I didn't think that I would even get this far when I first started doing all this. It was just ideas and then plans, and then it led to formal conversations with people who were a little bit more knowledgeable on the subject. Then it went into investigating and seeking out information on it. And then it went to just speaking to people who are already doing it. And I find out it's a growing industry. It's becoming very vast. There's so many different places where you can stream a podcast, or you can stream a live video. I mean, here I'm only using before because it's all I can have available right now. But if I had LinkedIn, I would be streaming on 5 different platforms all at the same time. And that's the wonderful thing is you cast your nets very wide, so you can reach people in different places. And as I uh, was saying, I want to be able to reach out there, and hopefully I can help people like the people who have helped me. Hopefully there's somebody out there who's they don't know what they're doing, but they want to try to get involved in it and learn about it, and reach out, and maybe I might be able to pay it forward, help somebody out, give them advice. So that's where this journey's led so far, and um, it'll only get better. It'll only get better each time. Um, Glare from those glasses. Like I said, it's just going to take time. And as I get a little bit more, a little bit skilled with it, it'll become a lot easier to do the behind the scenes work, any of the editing, because all that's taking a little bit more time to do because I'm learning it all from scratch. I literally don't know how to do any of this, but yet here I am. I'm trying to do it. And the one thing that everybody who tells me is, that I come along and I talk to it about, they say, well, do you have a passion for it? Do you, yeah, if I didn't have a passion for it, I wouldn't be attempting this. I mean, what would be the point to do all this if, uh, I didn't want to try this? If I didn't want to put myself out there? It's the same thing when I first started writing, and I I didn't have any grand plans for any of this. But as I started doing it more, like I said, I began to feel alive with it. It gave me some kind of direction, and it's given me, you know, different ways to look at my own life and see how I can incorporate something like this maybe into doing it, as a full-time gig. I mean, I don't know. Again, like I said, I'm just putting myself out into the universe. It's a scary thought because for the longest time I never had any kind of direction. For the longest time, I really never knew what I wanted to do with my life. And, even hearing myself say that now, it gives me chills. But, you know, life happens, man. You got to start making the changes, or, life will do it for you. Life will make the changes for you. They'll make the hard decision for you that you can't make. I've had I've heard news of family members passing away recently within the last few weeks. Um, you know, and you're always reminded that, you know, we have, um, you know, we're mortal. We're all gonna, at some point, we're all going to pass away. It's just a natural fact of life. So whatever time I have left on this planet, on this earth, I want to be able to do something with it. Uh, what that is, I don't know. What it will become, I don't know. But what I do know is that I'm going to try and chase every opportunity that presents itself to me. Um, God has put me on a path. He knows where I'm going. He knows where he's leading me, and all I can do is put my trust and faith in where he's leading me. And every day I get up, I'm grateful. man, my family's good. My kids are good. My wife's good. Uh, I'm able to get up. I'm able-bodied. I'm able to go to work. I'm able to take care of the things that I need to take care of, and that can't be said for everybody. And it's a hard fact of life that if we don't at some point evaluate our life and see if this is the direction we're supposed to be in, before you realize it could be too late. One morning it's over. You'll never know. So everybody, hopefully watching tonight, and I know I don't have a big audience. It's not about having a big audience. It's about how much of an impact you can make with those few people that you have in your life. And to me, that's all that matters. So on that note, I'll go ahead and end it for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night. I do have a scheduled guest. I'll be posting on Facebook. I hope she's watching. If she's not, her name is Opalina Salas. We've talked back and forth a lot. She's a very, very, very creative person. She wears many hats. She's a poet. She's a writer. She's a musician, a mother, a wife. So, she's done it all, and she still continues her journey into her creative soul. So I'll be back tomorrow night. And again, we'll give this another try. Hopefully it'll work out a little bit better, but I already had everything set up and I didn't want it to go to waste. So I thought I'd just go ahead and start talking tonight to see what will happen. So everybody, thank you for joining me. Leave any comments, any suggestions, anything that didn't go off, if you weren't hearing sound, whatever, any technical glitches that you see. And I would love to hear from you. Any ideas, anything, I would greatly appreciate it. It's only going to help me get better and help what I'm doing get better as well. So I bid you good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.